Just as Betsie was scraping the very last bit of porridge from her bowl, there was a loud, frantic knock at the back door. Mrs. Noyle, annoying Noyle, Dad always called her, stormed into the kitchen with a bright red face, looking fit to burst, holding a glass of orange juice out in front of her. "Look," she said, "look in there. One of your bees. I could have died if I'd drunk that juice." Mum peered into the glass, and sure enough, there was an insect swimming around, but it wasn't a honeybee. "That's not a honeybee," said Mum calmly. "That's wasp." "Well," said Mrs. Noyle, "what's the difference? It's one of yours." "No, it isn't," Mum said. "I don't keep wasps. No one keeps wasps, and they are completely different to honeybees. And for that matter, even if it were a honeybee, as I have told you on many occasions, it wouldn't necessarily be one of mine. There are lots of beekeepers in and around here, Mrs. Noyle, and bees can fly a long way. They don't just pop next door." "Well, whatever you say," said Mrs. Noyle. "I have a lot of them in my garden, and I don't want them there." "Oh, but Mrs. Noyle," Mum said, "if you didn't have bees in your garden, you wouldn't have so many beautiful flowers and blossoms on your trees." As usual, Mrs. Noyle wasn't at all interested in what Mum had to say. She turned on her heels and walked towards the back door, mumbling to herself about the time she was once stung by a bee or a wasp or something. They couldn't quite make out what she was saying as she finally disappeared out into the garden, still clutching her glass of orange juice. "Well," said Mum, "that was all very exciting so early in the day. That lady needs to learn a thing or two about the honeybees, and then, perhaps, she wouldn't complain so much." Betsie stood up from the table and carried her bowl over to the sink. Perhaps, she thought, I ought to learn about the honeybees too.
Shine, shine, shine your light. You are glowing big and bright, like a star up in the sky.